Deuteronomy Part 1. The command to leave Horeb. After he had defeated Sihon, the king of the Amorites, who lived in Heshbon, and Og, the king of Bashan, who lived in Ashtaroth and in Edrei, turn and take your journey and go to the hill country of the Amorites, and to all their neighbors in the Arabah, in the hill country, and in the lowland, and in the Negev, and by the sea coast, the land of the Canaanites, and Lebanon, as far as the great river, the river Euphrates. I see I have set the land before you. Go in and take possession of the land that the Lord swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give to them and to their offspring after them. Leaders appointed. How can I bear by myself the weight and burden of you and your strife? Choose for your tribes wise, understanding, and experienced men, and I will appoint them as your heads. Hear the cases between your brothers and judge righteously. Israel's refusal to enter the land. Yet you would not go up, but rebelled against the command of the Lord your God, and you murmured in your tents. Yet, in spite of this word, you did not believe the Lord your God. The penalty for Israel's rebellion. And the Lord heard your words and was angered, and he swore, not one of these men of Israel, not one of this evil generation shall see the good land, except Caleb. Even with me the Lord was angry on your account, and said, you also shall not go in there. And as for your little ones, who today have no knowledge of good and evil, they shall go in there. But as for you, turn and journey into the wilderness in the direction of the Red Sea. Then you answered me, we have sinned against the Lord. We ourselves will go up and fight. And the Lord said to me, say to them, do not go up or fight. Then the Amorites who lived in the hill country came out against you and chased you as bees. And you returned and wept before the Lord, but the Lord did not listen to your voice or give ear to you. The wilderness years. Then we turned and journeyed into the wilderness, and the time from our leaving Kadesh Barnea until we crossed the brook Zered was 38 years. So as soon as all the men of war had perished and were dead from among the people, the Lord said to me, today you are to cross the border of Moab at Ar. Arise up, set out on your journey, and go over the valley of the Arnon. Behold, I have given into your hand Sihon the Amorite, king of Heshbon, and his land. The defeat of King Sihon. But Sihon the king of Heshbon would not let us pass by him, and we captured all his cities. The defeat of King Og. So the Lord our God gave into our hand Og also, the king of Bashan, and all his people, and we struck him down until he had no survivors left, and we took all his cities, 60 cities. Moses forbidden to enter the land. Please let me go over and see the good land beyond the Jordan. And the Lord said to me, enough from you, do not speak to me of this matter again. Go up to the top of Pisgah and lift up your eyes, for you shall not go over this Jordan, but charge Joshua and encourage and strengthen him. Moses commands obedience. See, I have taught you statutes and rules, as the Lord my God commanded me. Only take care and keep your soul diligently, lest you forget the things that your eyes have seen, and lest you depart from your heart all the days of your life. Make them known to your children and your children's children. Idolatry forbidden. Rules on idol worshipping. The Lord alone is God. Know therefore today, and lay it in your heart, that the Lord is God in heaven above and on the earth beneath. There is no other. Cities of refuge. Moses set apart 3 cities in the east beyond the Jordan. These are, so you got Bezer, Ramoth, and Golan. Where? Bezer is in the wilderness on the tableland, in the tribe of the Reubenites. Ramoth is in Gilead, the tribe was the Gadites. Golan is in Bashan, and the Messonites. Introduction to the law. This is the law that Moses set before the people of Israel. These are the testimonies, the statutes, and the rules which Moses spoke to the people of Israel when they came out of Egypt, beyond the Jordan in the valley. The 10 Commandments. Moses receives God's 10 Commandments and tells Israel. The greatest commandment, that you may fear the Lord your God, you and your son's son, by keeping all his statutes and his commandments. You shall teach them diligently to your children. When your son asks in time to come, what is the meaning of the testimonies and the statutes and the rules that the Lord our God has commanded you? And the Lord showed signs and wonders, and he brought us out from there, that he might bring us in and give us the land that he swore to give to our fathers. A chosen people. You shall be blessed above all peoples. Remember the Lord your God. You shall remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you power to get wealth, that he may confirm his covenant that he swore to your fathers, as it is this day. And if you forget the Lord your God and go after other gods and serve them and worship them, I solemnly warn you today that you shall surely perish. Not because of righteousness. Do not say in your heart, after the Lord your God has thrust them out before you, it is because of my righteousness that the Lord has brought me into possess this land, whereas it is because of the wickedness of these nations the Lord your God is driving them out from before you. Know therefore that the Lord your God is not giving this good land to possess because of your righteousness, for you are a stubborn people. The golden calf. So I turned and came down from the mountain, and I looked, and behold, you had sinned against the Lord your God. You had made yourselves a golden calf. You had turned aside quickly from the way the Lord had commanded you. So I took hold of the 2 tablets and threw them out of my 2 hands and broke them before your eyes. New tablets of stone. At that time the Lord said to me, cut for yourself 2 tablets of stone like the first, and come up to me on the mountain and make an ark of wood. Then I turned and came down from the mountain and put the tablets in the ark that I had made. Circumcise your heart. And now, Israel, what does the Lord your God require of you, but to fear the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways, to love him, to serve the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul? Circumcise therefore the foreskin of your heart, and be no longer stubborn. Your fathers went down to Egypt 70 persons, and now the Lord your God has made you as numerous as the stars of heaven. Love and serve the Lord. You shall therefore love the Lord your God and keep his charge, his statutes, his rules, and his commandments always. See, I am setting before you today a blessing and a curse. The blessing, if you obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you today, and the curse, if you do not obey the commandments of the Lord your God. The Lord's chosen place of worship. These are the statutes and rules that you shall be careful to do. You shall surely destroy all the places where the nations whom you shall dispossess serve their gods, on the high mountains and on the high hills and under every green tree. You shall tear down their altars, but you shall seek the place that the Lord your God will choose out of all your tribes to put his name and make his habitation there. But at the place that the Lord will choose in one of your tribes, there you shall offer your burnt offerings, and there you shall do all that I am commanding you. However, you may slaughter and eat meat within any of your towns as much as you desire, only you shall not eat the blood. You shall pour it out on the earth like water. God states other rules regarding offerings. Be careful to obey all these words that I have commanded you.